The preservation of archaeological finds is legitimized by the uniqueness, rarity, and also by their invaluable cultural value. They expound what we were, what we are, and what will be. Unfortunately, although well conserved, the preservation is constantly threatened by losses and alterations, as well as by the time that implicate a progressive and inexplorable decay of the find with the inevitable loss of historical information. Now, the time influence can be solved thanks to digitizing the finds, but problems like data loss and data modification remain. So how could we solve these problems? Well, today I want to talk to you about the first official fork of ARK, which is KAPU. The KAPU project aims to make immutable the human history through which the creation of the first world archaeological blockchain of the modern era, and also aims to enhance it thanks to today's technology such as multimedia, augmented reality, virtual reality, etc. The KAPU project is currently in its TEC stage. The goal will be to raise funds that will allow developers to make various implementation and improvements of the KAPU project. All the details can be found on their website at KAPU.one. During the TEC, investors will be able to participate using various Dpos cryptocurrencies, such as Lisk, Shift, ARK, Rise, and also Bitcoin and Ethereum. They already have a desktop wallet and it looks really amazing. The wallet is fast and easy to use. The KAPUs team have had a long cooperation with the ARK team, and during this cooperation, both teams maturated a solid confidence and collaboration. Thanks to this cooperation, they decided to entrust ARK the escrow's role of the TEC. Many of these people already work in the Dpos world and are renowned in the Lisk, ARK, and Shift community. Some devs actively collaborate, participating at KAPU's mission, sharing finality, and dedicating their own professionalism to the development. The team consists predominantly of people who are gravitating within the Italian community, but they are open to new partnerships with people from different countries as well. Let's talk about the history of the coin. The Capua coin, KAPU and Oscus alphabet, were forged during the Second Punic War, which was 218 BC, in one of the few cities in Italy that decided to ally with Hannibal to fight Roman hegemony. Capua had definitely interrupted relations with Rome, and in order to finance its expenses, forged and spread the coin along Atella and Calata. Coins were forged with all three metals, bronze, silver, and gold, but Capua was the only one of the three cities to issue precious metal coins. KAPU was also famous for its gladiatorial school that, alongside Rome and Pompeii, represented the excellence of the empire schools. They were solely gladiators with a great stature and strength, and they were trained to give birth to bloody spectacles to entertain the people and the aristocracy. During these spectacles, the man who was defeated not only lost the match, but also his life. It is precisely in this context that the imposing name of the gladiator, Spartacus, distinguished itself, who, forced to fight inside the amphitheater Capino, he led the revolt of the slaves in 73 AD. Another peculiarity of the city was to make and maintain multiple copies of the city's popular records, and to deploy them geographically at various places throughout the territory in order to preserve the integrity of the information. Historically speaking, it might be unsuitable, but we could say that the first blockchain of the world was born in Capua. And it's from this teaching that we can be inspired in order to preserve our own history. From this philosophy come out KAPU, which as a cryptocurrency based on the Dpos system aims to make the history trackable, reachable, and accessible to anyone, so people can see everything that contributed to building and enhancing the history of humanity. The KAPU network is composed of 51 delegates. The decision to assign the transaction validation to only 51 delegates was taken in order to allow us to guarantee a fast, efficient, and stable network with an incredible time limit of 8 seconds per block. The KAPU Dpos based system is essential, safe, and also compatible with energy saving. The KAPU project is also inspired by some innovators in this field, like Lisk, Shift, ARK, in order to create the first archaeological blockchain and to gather information about history, finds, ancient artifacts, and finally, to make them usable by the entire community. The technique of notarization. The most important changes are happening right in the legal notary activity, a sector intended to be subject to a radical rethinking and of a substantial revision. In the case of the archaeological blockchain, the technique of data notarization aims to exploit the security principles and immutability provided natively by the public blockchain to purpose to respond more effectively to the regulations required in Europe and America. The team has observed that the approach of traditional notary services are basically based on trust in the counterparts and go through iterative and complex processes that involve both risks and high cost. Unlike above, the intrinsic logic of blockchain with the open timestamps can guarantee independence from any third-party provider as well as give a higher level of security. Now, if you want to learn more about the KAPU project and talk to the team, you can join their Slack or visit their website. All the links are in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to put a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.